Hello guys, I am Jonas Rasmussen and this is my first ever long-form YouTube video, and I've decided to watch the 10 top viral exercises from this past year. So I've been uploading videos to social media for a year now, on this day exactly, and short form content is great and you can show a lot of things in 3 minutes, which is what Instagram allows you to post. But I've really wanted to dig a little deeper, and that's why I'm now thinking about making more long form content. So if you want to see more choir content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing. But what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take my top 10 most viral videos from this past year and we will watch them together, and I will give you a couple of insights. I've been posting 133 videos in the past year, and it's quite interesting to me what has made the top 10 list. So let's get going with number 10, which I called the Choir Sync Challenge. And it's quite old actually, and it was viewed a little over 500,000 times on Instagram. I've also posted things to Facebook and to TikTok, but this is mainly going to be Instagram views focused. Every time.
God samtidighed. Nice.
I really do love this exercise. I do it all the time. So even though it's just a clap or a ka, it's funny that you can add character to it.
You siger krav.
The Chewbacca reference.
Lidt mere bra.
Very Swedish. Bra.
Og det er hurtig reaktion.
Okay, so that was video number 1. It's really one of my favorite exercises of all time because a lot of times the conductor is just standing in front of the choir, and obviously the choir is not very observant. So this is a great exercise to kind of recalibrate that connection between singers and conductors. So whenever I feel like the singers are just not locking in and looking at me, it's just a so great exercise to kind of lock in again. Let's move on to video number 9. It's called The Forbidden Rhythm.
Okay.
So, as it often is with these kinds of videos, I thought I was being very original, but then the comments came in, and of course, this is an old exercise, and I saw that people call it the poison rhythm. Here we just have the normal clave rhythm, tack 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 tack, and what I really like about this exercise is that you kind of have to visualize the rhythm when you hear it, if it really matches with the forbidden rhythm. And for that, I really think that the brain kind of needs to work on another level than if you're just repeating after the conductor, which is of course also a great exercise. This video got over 500,000 views on Instagram, which was overwhelming, especially since it was not very original. But I'll take it. Next video is called The Penguin Dance. And I was very surprised by how popular this video got. It got 1 million views, and it's so simple. It goes like this. Okay, so I hope the sound was all right there. With exercises like this, everybody can join in. I mean, almost everybody. And that's probably why it was so popular. I mean, I've been surprised many times during this year, seeing what lands and what doesn't on social media, because some of the exercises that are my favorites just didn't do well at all. And some of the videos that I spent a lot of time editing didn't do well at all. But a very simple one like this, the penguin dance, it's something that I called it just because I thought that it looked a little bit like penguins when we got the tempo up. But yeah, it's the takeaway here is less is more, I guess. 1 million views for the penguin dance. Let's move on to sight singing without music.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2. 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 5, 1. 5, 1, 5, 2, 1.
Always the 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 1. 5, 1, 5, 1.
Okay, so let's talk about this right here. I use numbers because it is easier for adults who were never introduced to solfege. It's really a sensitive topic, this solfege versus numbers versus any other system, basically. I just find I was never taught solfege as a child. Solfege is a thing in Denmark where I'm located, but it's not like a huge thing. It's not something that everybody uses. So I find when I'm working with young people and adults that were never introduced to solfege, it's just easier for them to relate to numbers instead of trying to learn first the syllables and then after that learn the hand signals. It's just so easy to show numbers. And then people always ask me, well, what do you do with 6 and 7? 6, 7. I usually maybe just two hands, or if I don't have two hands available, I do pinky for the 6th and these two for the 7th, and then of course the 1 again. So I guess that's also a system that you have to explain, but at least it is, the barrier to entry is a little bit lower than if you have to learn 8 different syllables and 8 different hand signs. And I really don't use them that much. Of course, if it was something that I used for every rehearsal, I would probably go through and teach the solfege, because it is nicer to sing to. I love singing on the syllables, and you can even show the half steps and so on. It's great, but for my purpose with these singers, I think numbers is far superior.
1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 5, 5, 5, 6, 5, 5, 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1.
This is not easy. As a conductor, I mean. Okay, so a lot of people commented on this video. It got 1.1 million views, by the way, and I get it, because that is not easy to do as a conductor, and it is something that I've rehearsed at home just to be able to show one thing with one hand and other things with the other. So don't think that I don't practice, that it's something that I can just do. It is not. I practice. And there goes. So many of these videos are cut in the way that I show the payoff at the very beginning. Of course, to keep retention high, you need to show in the first 3 seconds what this video is about. So I would never start with just a simple explanation. So now we do this. I will always show like the cadence, and then people will get intrigued and hopefully they will keep watching. Yeah, so the next video is one that is a little bit more recent. It was a silly idea that I got to basically just give the choir a fifth and then let them interpret what my movements meant. This is really a hive mind exercise. Okay, so as silly as that is, I think it's a great exercise for singers to listen to each other and create that kind of hive mind so that they can, in the moment, agree on what things mean. I mean, a lot of time in choral music, we see something on paper that can be arbitrary. So we kind of have to decide in the moment, what are we going to do with this forte or this dolce? And just to have the ability to listen to your fellow singers and and decide on the fly. I think that's very, very valuable as an exercise. And then, of course, it's just fun. And we should not underestimate having fun in rehearsal. It is, for many singers, that's why they are there. So keep that in mind. A little bit of context. I direct 2 choirs, and maybe you see the backgrounds in the videos change a little bit. I conduct a youth choir, which you just saw, youth choir Aarhus U, and then I conduct the academic choir of Aarhus, who are an adult choir. So these are the singers you will hear in these videos. I've made a deal with them not to, of course, record their faces. So if there are some singers in the videos, I always cover them with smileys and things like that, so they won't be identified. The next video, so the Signal You See one got 1.2 million views on Instagram, and these numbers are crazy to me, by the way. You know, I started this a year ago, and I could have not predicted that 1.2 million people would see me wiggling my fingers. Anyway, next video is coming up. It's the vocal warm-up in double speed. Okay. So I was very surprised about how well this video was doing, because this is something I do every rehearsal, and to me that's quite ordinary, quite mundane, and it serves as a great reminder that something that we take for granted or something that we do all the time might be very useful to somebody. In my youth choir, and this is our rehearsal room in the youth choir, we sing many different genres of music, both pop and jazz and classical and everything in between, folk styles. And I put a great emphasis on making sure that we are not stuck in one default choral tone. So I will always challenge the singers to explore all the different possibilities of their voices. And I am by no means a voice coach or a voice singing teacher, but I find that if you dare to experiment with all the silly noises that your sound can make, both the and the ooh and everything in between, and many other things than that, I find that courage transfers over to the rehearsal. So whenever we sing pop, we go for that pop sound, and whenever we sing classical, Renaissance or romantic, Brahms or whatever, we dare to go for that sound ideal, and that's very, very valuable. And this is how it all starts. Every rehearsal, some kind of unpitched warm-up like this, where we explore our voices. This got 1.4 million views. And about the double speed, by the way, it was kind of an experiment to see if that would drive up retention. Of course, many people commented on this video that they would want to see it in real time. And maybe I should do more of that, but for now, the way Instagram works is just speed it up. Speed it up, baby. Next is, let's see, we're now on number 4 with 1.4 million views. The Battle of the Meters.
We are singing 3 beats, we are singing 3 beats. There are 4 beats in a bar, and there are 4 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and
We are singing 3 beats. We are singing 3 beats.
we are singing 3.
Again, if you're a conductor out there, you know, wondering whether you should start uploading videos, here's a great advice that I learned very early on, is again to start with the result, or start with something that is really catching, because you can spend hours editing a video, but if you lose people in the first 3 seconds, I mean, it's kind of wasted work, right? So sometimes you have to do those cheap tricks and drive people in and be just a tiny bit clickbaity, because, I mean, for me, it's just logical that you want people to see your content. So do what the algorithm wants you to do.
Beats, we are singing 3 beats.
There are 4 beats in a bar, and there are 4 beats in a bar, and
There are 4 beats in a bar, and there are
we are
4
singing 3 beats.
in a bar, and there are singing 3 beats. We are singing 4 beats. We are singing, and there are 4 beats in a bar, and
We are singing 3 beats. We are singing 3 beats. We are
singing 3 beats. We are singing 3 beats.
There are 4 beats in a bar, and there are 4 beats in a bar,
And there are 4 beats in the bar, and there are 4 beats in the bar, and there are singing 3 beats. We are singing 3 beats. We are singing 3 beats. We are singing 3 beats. There.
We are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing
5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and
We are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats
in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and
Oh, I love that when it comes back.
There are 4 beats in a bar, and there are 4 beats in a We are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a
we are singing 3 beats. 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 There are 4 beats in a bar, and there are 4 beats in a bar, and there are 4 beats in a bar, and there are
It's okay to fail.
and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and we are singing 5 beats in a bar, and there are 5 beats in a bar, and there are singing 5 beats in a bar, and singing 5 beats in a bar, we are singing 5.
One of the great comments for this video was that it sounds like a cult. And I guess choir is a little bit like a cult, right? But this is really like cultish chanting. So yeah, it never comes around again, because if you do 3 against 4 against 5, I think you would need to go 60 times. 60 beats to get back again. At some point, we just gave up, I think. Okay, so it's something that I really have a hard time understanding about this whole uploading things to social media is when I go to rehearsal on a Thursday evening, I bike or I walk. And on the way there, I try to come up with a new exercise. And this particular Thursday, I walked and I thought, we got this exercise and it's kind of a tonic to a dominant, but we could expand it and we can make it a rhythm exercise. And to think that walking into that room, that 1.4 million people are with us in that room, that is a thought that I don't think I will get used to anytime soon. Let's move on to another one that I made on the way to rehearsal. It is the apple and pineapple exercise. And what I love about this one is that it's not only an exercise for the choir, it's very much an exercise about the connection between choir and conductor.
Apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple.
apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple
and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple.
apple
And pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple. And pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple. Apple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple. Apple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple.
Besser! Apple and pineapple, 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 apple and pineapple. Apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple. Apple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple. Apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple, apple and pineapple. Apple and pineapple, 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 apple and pineapple.
So yeah, that's apple and pineapple. It was great fun. I remember this warm up. It was so much fun. And also, again, the connection between conductor and singers, so important, and something we should never take for granted as conductors. Sometimes singers will go on autopilot. It will happen from time to time, if not most of the time. And we need to make sure that they're with us. So as you saw at the end of the video there, I kind of checked, are they really with me? And I sped up the tempo. And they actually were. So I was quite pleased with that. And this video got 1.6 million views. And it's also featured in my new book coming out here June 1st. And you can already pre-order that. So, of course, I included the score in there and some more explanation. Let's move on. We're now down to the second on the list. And funny thing about this video is that it was the third video that I ever uploaded. So April 2025, I uploaded my first warm-up video. It went surprisingly well. I thought for that time it got like 20,000 views or something like that. So I knew that, okay, this is actually something people want to see. So I spent that week trying to come up with another exercise. And when this dropped, I remember being on my phone that evening and seeing that it went to 70,000 views. And was like, okay, this is crazy. And then woke up the next day and it was at 200,000 views. And then I knew, okay, there's something here. So here is how it goes.
Offbeats.
And then it loops back to this. I love that. It's so crazy. Okay, so again, with this exercise, I thought it was too simple to put on social media. I remember just thinking that, okay, but people all over the world already do this, so why it's not something special. But you would be surprised. And I think what really worked about this video is the pacing. Like, you get thrown into it just at the exact right moment, and then it kind of takes off from there with the double offbeat triplets, and you get that kind of 6 double triplet feel. There's just great energy, and you can see people having fun. I mean, you can see me having fun. You can hear the choir. It's just fun to think that this video sparked a just really excitement for what could come out of social media. This is now up to 3 million views, which is, my second most viewed video of all time. I'm really grateful for that. And we are now down to number 1 with 3.9 million views. It is the Over the Rainbow experiment freeze pedal. Okay, before we move on, lovely exercise. It was made by James Rose. Shout out to James. Great idea with the freeze pedal. I spelled the word infinite wrong 2 times in this video, and it was all over the comments. I'm terribly sorry for that. Sometimes when you're not an English native speaker, stupid things like that happen. I will never do it again. I'm very sorry. So, the first thing you heard was the original exercise with the freeze pedal. So here I tried to make my own little twist on it. I kind of like this to have like a 3-part chord all the time. It's great ear training, great independence training. I'd love to try this just 3 singers actually. I think it might be quite difficult. So early on, and this is also an early video, I introduced the final boss thing. It became kind of a theme for the videos. I think it's fun to see these exercises as like things that get increasingly difficult, like a video game, and then you meet the final boss at the end. And here's the final boss for this video. Yeah. Um, we haven't done it since, and I wonder why. I mean, I'm in charge of that, but such a great exercise. It sounds crazy, and I wonder. So this is just a classroom. Somebody commented on the pies in the background. We always have cake at the rehearsal break. Anywho, um, I wonder what it would sound like in a space with really great reverb. Might try that with for the 1 year anniversary of this video. It's crazy to see the reception. I mean, people really thought it was something special to have the voices linger in that way. And I guess it is something that is used in many choral pieces. But of course, the effect with these particular notes for Over the Rainbow, and also people recognize the song. I think that's has something to do with the virality of the whole thing. So 3.9 million views. I think that is quite something. If I add together all the views from TikTok, from YouTube, from Instagram, and from Facebook at the moment, for this 1 year, it's over 50 million views. And it just completely blows my mind. 350,000 new followers. And it's still surreal. It's still very surreal. But I am on a mission, and I want to make choral music accessible to as many people as possible. And I hope you will follow me on that journey. So here we are now on YouTube, longer form content. I hope this is something that I get to do a lot more of. I have so many ideas on what to do next on this platform. So it's a matter of freeing up time in your life to do this. So if you want to support me on this journey and join me on this journey, please consider subscribing. It would be a huge help for me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.